Hi, I'm Bob Power, and we're pleased to be joined today by Paul Ferneyhough, Corporate Director of Finance and Investor Relations at Repsol, which trades on our OTCQX Best Market under the symbols REPYY and REPYF. Paul, welcome to the Market Center.
Hi, Bob. It's great to be here.
Well, thanks for joining us. Repsol is one of the largest oil and gas companies in the world. Can you tell us a bit about your business and your growth plans?
Sure. So Repsol's a fully integrated oil and gas company. Our business spans across the whole of the upstream and downstream segments. In the upstream, we operate in something like 37 countries around the world, producing around 700,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day, roughly split 65% gas and 35% liquids. In the downstream, we have 1 million barrels a day of processing capacity, principally based in Spain and Portugal, but also in Peru. Our downstream business is integrated all the way from the refinery to putting diesel and gasoline in everyday people's cars.
Tell us a bit about the recent developments of the oil discovery in Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska's really exciting.
Yeah.
When we last checked, we think we've got the largest conventional oil discovery in the last 30 years in the United States. Our current estimates are we have contingent resources of something like 1.2 billion barrels of light recoverable oil. We're currently working with our partner, Armstrong, and we're hoping to further delineate the discovery in the next winter drilling season. We've got 2 more wells planned that will give us a better definition around exactly what the opportunity is. Assuming things move forward as we expect, we should see first oil from that development somewhere around 2021, and it has the prospectivity to deliver production volumes up to around 120,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day. I think this is great news for Repsol. It's also great news for Alaska, and it's great news for the infrastructure there that's currently looking for extra volumes.
How is Repsol using innovation to create more sustainable energy sources for the future?
Well, Bob, sustainability is at the heart of Repsol's strategy. You know, I think some people think that sustainability is all about just renewables, but you know, companies like Repsol are going to be at the heart of the provision of low-cost energy for people around the globe for the foreseeable future.
Great. So, Paul, tell us about Repsol's investor relations strategy and goals in the U.S. marketplace and how trading on OTCQX helps achieve those goals.
Well, yeah, I mean, OTCQX is a fantastic facility for us. We like our investors to have choices, to be able to have exposure to ownership in our company. And sometimes that's difficult if you have to go and buy stock in another country, in another currency. Right. And so OTC gives us a great position here in the US for investors to buy Repsol and ownership in Repsol in US dollars. Deutsche Bank is our main agent here, working with OTC, and it's important for us to use them in partnership with the market to ensure that we're able to administer, but also provide the same level of disclosure to investors here in the US as they could expect from a company trading on one of the local stock exchanges.
Right. So OTCQX provides the transparency here in the US for you to help tell your story. Absolutely,
and in fact, it's the second largest market for us in terms of trading in Repsol stock. As far as our investor relations strategy for the United States, for North America as a whole is concerned, you know, I think it's still very important to build face-to-face relationships with investors. Virtual tools are great, but when you've actually built a relationship with people. So as we've gone through this year, we've been making a greater effort, in particular for myself, to spend time with investors over multiple conferences at multiple different points, so we can discuss issues, we can discuss developments in our business, give our investors time to take it away, think about it, and then come back to us. What I'm seeing is that's improving the quality of the dialogue, it's improving the quality of the relationships, and it's allowing us to really let them understand what the opportunity is for Repsol.
Thank you. So talk about the company's focus for the rest of 2017.
Yeah, you know, this focus, it's a difficult year. The industry's in that sort of, I don't know, fuzzy in-between period with oil and gas prices. We're seeing volatility, there's lots of challenge. Repsol's still following a strategic plan we put in place in late 2015, following a company-changing acquisition of a Canadian company called Talisman Energy. We've been integrating that company, which doubled the size of our upstream. And in response to difficulties around predicting where our industry is going, what the commodity prices are going to be, we've been focused on a strategy pursuing value growth and resiliency. We had certain goals around efficiency gains. We're going to deliver this year something like 2.1 billion euros of cash savings compared to our business in 2015. We have been completing a divestment program that resulting us doing transactions worth something like 5.2 billion euros last year. And finally, we're really getting through the final process of integrating that new business in the upstream into how we run Repsol out of Madrid, where our head office is. So this year for us is about completing that. We believe by the end of this year, we will have retained a BBB investment grade rating. We will have delevered our balance sheet after the acquisition back in 2015, and we'll be ready to start thinking about, is it time to update our strategy, particularly with respect to the upstream, when perhaps we'll have a better understanding of where commodity prices are going. So this is a year around finishing that consolidation, around delivering our strategic objectives, and getting ready for what happens next.
Well, Paul, thank you for visiting with us here, and we wish you and the company continued success.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay,
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.